I said I want to study in Mexico, like super far away, because I had some questions in my mind that I wanted answers, and I didn't want that anybody knew me there or could have come close to me. Thank you so much, first of all, Valeria, for bringing me on this lovely coffee chat with you. And hello, everybody. I'm Theodora, or as you said, Theo. And it's funny because I had 4 years French in my school, and I really didn't like it. I cannot speak French, but the name is actually a lot of people are saying it sounds French, so it's an interesting connection. It comes
Really?
actually from travel out. Yes, it's I don't know what French will wants to show me here, but yeah, it comes from travel out. So we had the name before, but we had some legal issues with the travel, and so we didn't want to risk our journey on this part. So we shortened actually the name. Um and moved on. And yes, as you said, I have multiple passports because my parents were and are crazy, in a good way, in a good way. And what they did is they literally put the travel DNA inside of me because my first flight I took together with them when I was 2.5 weeks old from New York City to back to Germany. So my roots are in Greece. My parents grew up there, but they came to Germany and then they wanted to move to the States, and they had this great plan to give birth to two of their 5 children to the States, which worked,
Wow.
but we never moved. Um, and what they really did to us in a good way is they always took us on travels. My parents were never, how you say, they always spent money on experiences, as I can remember as a kid. And they never said like no, they worked a lot. They still until today, but every time they have free, they took us with them on trips. And it shaped me in many, many different ways now that I reflect back, and kind of put me unconsciously or consciously into my startup journey, which is literally in the travel sector. And yeah, I love to travel. I spend my money as well on travel and my startup. That's the two things try to balance out. And yeah, what else about me? I love to move in different ways. My body to dance, to play a lot of sports, to move to different countries. It's, yeah, always on the move. And I mean, for some people, it might feel exhausting, but for me, it's just, this is rest for me. You know, when I don't move, I feel exhausted. And when I move, it feels kind of a peace of mind because I can experience so many different things. So yes, that's a little bit about myself.
I love it. And it's funny how I can see myself in what you just said. Like for me also, like moving has never bothered me. And I feel like the same. Like it's where my body and mind finds some peace and calm when I'm moving. So amazing. I love it. I was
It's
going
lovely.
to ask you about like the beginning, the roots of this bag of traveling, but you already share a little bit of that. But what does travel mean to you? Like, what would you say is the connection with travel?
I would say it had a huge impact on becoming myself. Like all my travels has teach me something. And when I started solo traveling, because we were teenagers and it was boring to travel with your parents. Well, now I love to do this. It's like going to an all-inclusive trip. When at least when I'm with my parents, I'm like, yeah, let's take me wherever you want. I'm gonna join. But when I was a teenager, or like in my 90s and 20, when I was 19, 20, I just wanted to move after my school. And so being by yourself in this kind of early age and doing things by yourself and being out of your comfort zone and in your known bubble, you question a lot of at least I started questioning my thoughts, my identity, who I really am, and what happens if nobody's judging me from, not in a bad way, but what if I can recreate myself in a new environment with new people? Like, who am I without being hold on my identity back, like back in my roots where I grew up? And I don't know if a lot of people question this, but I was always, until today, I'm a philosopher by heart. I swear sometimes it's getting exhausting for myself, but, um, And then literally I found my identity, my sexuality, who I am, what I like, what are my thoughts, what are my beliefs, because I spend a lot of time with myself, by myself, moving around out of the things that I knew. And this is what traveling is really for me, is a big, big life teacher and
Yeah.
a way to freedom, a way to see that there are so many different possible lives that you could choose to live in. And it increased my empathy for sure, 100%, and decreases my, prejudgment of people because
Yeah.
you literally see them, you live through those countries, those cultures, and it really has the power to change humanity, I believe, if it's used correctly and if
Yeah.
we see at the
I
end
love
that we're
it.
all humans. And yeah.
Yeah, I love it. And it's true, like I started, I don't know how old were you or when you started. My journey started like really as a grown up. I don't want to say old, but like definitely not super young. And it definitely was like life changing because all the things that you're saying, like finding out that you can be whoever you want to be at some point, like stepping outside all the tags and labels that we carry with us, even without noticing it, because it's not like you are all the time thinking about it, but suddenly it's like, I don't know, poof, everything goes away and give you space to really connect with what you want to connect inside yourself. And I can totally understand. How
100%.
how would
And
you
it's never too
describe?
late.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's never too late. It's true. It's true. But I think, like, if I'm a teacher, so if you ask me, I would recommend all my teenager students, if they can, if they have the possibility to do it as at least one time.
Mhm.
Try it. Have the experience. I think that it. I don't know. I think it's very important to experience
Mhm.
that. How would you describe, in your own words, maybe not with a fixed tag, or if you want, your travel style today?
My travel what?
Style, or how do you
My
travel?
travel style. It it really depends on what I want to experience actually, what time it is, how I feel. Um, and this is what we also do and try to match on our app to match people on their experiences and not to have a fixed travel personality because we are so different in what we want to experience. Maybe if I go to Greece, I want to lay down every single day at the beach. But maybe if I go to somewhere else, I don't know, it can be like Peru or whatever. I want to be super active and do so many things and move fast. And some countries move slow. But I'm definitely somebody who says yes way more often, who is up for spontaneous things to do, activities, staying longer in a place because I met great people or because I just enjoy it there. I don't like super fixed plans. I don't like, okay, today I have to wake up this, do this. I'm more the spontaneous traveler who enjoys the moment, moves sometimes fast, sometimes slow, super extroverted, and I love to talk to so many people. Um, but, and stay active. I would say I'm more
I
the
love it.
active kind of person. Yeah.
I love it. Like a flexible travel. You let adjust to the
Yeah. Uh-huh.
to the place.
And super budget traveler. That's why I travel a lot, super budget.
I love
Sleeping on
it.
airports, it's
It's where the adventures are, actually, right? In those kind
yeah,
of little things.
true. It's fun when people ask, how do you travel so much? And I'm like, would you travel like the way I travel, like this kind of cheap? Or, some people are not, and I understand they're not willing to, get down on their comfort, which is totally fine. But I'm like, as fast as I can travel to more places, I'm okay with, sleeping here and there and having a layover of 15 hours or, but yeah.
Yes, I'm with you. Me too. Theo, you know how people say that travel is transformational? I think like you agree with, after all we just said, you agree with that. But do you remember an experience, like a special experience in your journey that maybe impact your journey or change how you see something in life?
It was not my first solo trip, but my second, where I also not kind of, I lived 1 year in Mexico. So I said I want to study in Mexico, like super far away, because I had some questions in my mind that I wanted answers, and I didn't want that anybody knew me there or could have come close to me. Kind of an escape. It's also like a trauma response kind of thing. I realized I'm like, okay, but um, there was the time where I saw going to Mexico like also so much poverty that I didn't see before. And I was just shocked in a way that how, like, then I realized it's not about working only hard because there are so many hardworking people and they're still in poverty and we have a huge system problem. So it was when I was 21 and I was living in a house with Mexicans that were like privileged, that were super cute and kind. And we had like a woman coming every week to clean our house and they were like leaving all their stuff there because that's how they grew up. And then the cleaning lady came and she traveled 3 hours to come and go back. She get like 30 euros the whole day for cleaning for 10 hours. And I was like, what is going on? Like, then I started to understand the system, understand poverty and understand what privilege could mean and means and how it is in different countries in this gap. So, and then I wrote like my bachelor thesis about how our money system, because I studied finance, is affecting the gap between poor and rich to go even deeper into the system and understand it. So this was like a really life changing, like it changed my view completely on the world. And yeah, it was also kind of really frustrating to see it. But like being frustrated and angry, it also has a lot of power to move things further. So to transform this energy to build and somehow create and, or change things in a better way.
Yeah, I think that that's part of traveling. Like, I think that that's one of the highlights, I guess, of traveling, that you start realizing the reality of different people and you start valuing some things and also like understanding what's our impact maybe with the little things that we do, like the little options that we take, even when sometimes, like you said, it's frustrating that we can just change the world with a magic wand and just like sometimes we wish that, but I don't know, like it left you thinking, what can I do, even if it's like small, to make a difference from my place.
Yeah, 100%.
Theo, if you like, this is a question just to know Theo a little bit more. If you have to choose 3 words to describe Theo today, which words would you choose and why?
And why? Okay. I would say curious. Really, I ask so many questions, because I'm curious. I want to understand. I want to know. And my curiosity is really driving me in so many different ways. So I would say super curious person, which is, yeah, I prefer to not judge, but to be curious about situations, people, and it really changes um, how you live in this world. It really, your perspective and everything. So be curious first and judge afterwards. I know it's hard. I still, subconsciously we judge because that's our nature, but I would say this word, ambitious. I have a lot of goals. I have a lot of energy. I have a lot of ideas, and um, it's really pushing myself sometimes too hard, which is leading to almost getting burnouts. I have to really work on that. But I'm still ambitious because there's so many things to change and do in this world, and telling myself step by step. And the other word, I would say, one of those 3 words, I would define myself as a lovely, can I say lovely person? Like, I love love. I love to spread love. I love to receive love. I love to give love. I think love is the highest frequency and the most beautiful emotion and feeling we can feel. Oh, also like this paradox and controversial of also the most painful one. In because we're complex human beings, but
Yes.
I love this, and I will never close my heart because of bad experiences or hurtful ones, because it's just, yeah, it's just an amazing feeling. And yeah, those three words.
Love those words. Yes. Yes, true. Love is complex, but I don't know. What's the world without love, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
No.
Theo, let's talk a little bit about Velout app. Because I came across on Instagram, Velout's of Instagram, and you were, of course, in a reel there talking about, connections and experiencing the war. And I just knew that I wanted to reach out to you and to connect, and because I just love so much what you are building. But I would love if you could just explain in your own words what Velout app is about and what is personal for you about this app.
Mm. Yeah, it's I mean, as an entrepreneur, you have to become an influencer in a way as well. And put yourself out there. It's but I enjoyed it. At the beginning
Yes.
it was really interesting to put yourself out there and your face. And now I'm like, okay, what's next? What's next? um so yes, Out came actually from my own problem and difficulty to find like travel buddies as a solo traveler and safe, easy, fast, and a more compatible way. So the question I ask myself is how can we use technology actually, because it's there, it's out there, to create in real life better human connections and then put it into my solo travel experience. And it was part of an university project. So it because the professor asked us to focus on our own problems. And I was like, okay, well, if I have to enjoy the class, I'm gonna do my solo travel. And so this started as really university project. Then on the side, I was kind of diving deeper into it, taking this on the side for the last more than 3.5 years. And since 1st of July 2024, so 2 years ago, we incorporated with my co-founder together because then I found a co-founder, then I found another one. We lost the one. So a lot of things happened during the last years, but we are officially 2 years incorporated and launched the app where we try to matchmake solo travelers based on not only their next destination and not doing group travels, but the ones who are more independently and who are looking for travel buddies still, because we all want human connections that are deep and lovely and match our vibe. And that's how you can find your travel buddies with the Velout app. And then we thought further, and we're developing right now a partner map where you can also find local businesses from cafes, bars to family-owned hostels and co-livings, because those people are trying to make a living and not become millionaires. And this is also what influenced me during traveling. There are so many entrepreneurs out there who are trying to make a living and who are coming out of poverty or the situation, and we want to give them visibility in a way. And this is right now we are still super early, but you can still download the app on iOS and Android. It's out there, and we need every support. Every download really is helping us to grow and to develop it further, because it's my co-founder who codes and me who do the business side. So it's not a lot of people in the team yet. Some interns as part of our team. But still, at this early stage, really every support is really, really welcome. And we are grateful for every single one joining us in this early stage. Because I know there's still so many things to build, to do better, to improve. By step, we are coming closer to it.
I love it. And how, like you said, downloaded the app is the way that we can support you, or is any other way that anyone can support?
Yes, this like downloading would be the best of the best. This is number one. And then giving us a 5-star review. It's connected to it. This really also helps us. And there's a million of apps out there. This is really making a change. And then obviously following us on our Instagram channels, on our social media channels through Instagram or LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Really happy that you join our little journey on this part
Yes,
as well. And yeah,
for sure. I'm going to be sharing all the links, of course, in our conversation when I upload it in YouTube and Instagram, everywhere. Theo, sometimes, like, I think this question comes from because my own reflections that sometimes we think that are the big decisions that are the most important ones, but we are missing out that actually are the small decisions that are the ones moving us forward. So is there, if you look back at your own journey, is there maybe a small decision that at the moment feel like insignificant, like, okay, I'll just, what can this change? And suddenly it really redirect you or change like things you were not expecting.
ooh, actually all the time. It's really all the time doing like decision or like especially keep going when it's so uncertain and you don't really see the outcome yet and you somehow still wake up and open your laptop and still write the mail, still engage the community, create the next event, and you just do the things with so much uncertainty. And even if you question your path, you continue waking every day up and doing something for your startup. And I think this is the most important part ever. And saying like yes to opportunities that come around, to see an application, and even if you feel like you're not ready yet, you're not there yet, write the application. You never know if it's gonna be a yes or no, but if you never tried, it's gonna be a no anyway. So we even pitched at the Europe leading travel tech contest in 2024 when we didn't have anything, only an idea, and we won it. And I was like, how can
Wow.
we win it? You know, those crazy moments that push you as well. And because there can come so many unmotivating days where you feel like you gave everything and you don't see the outcome. So exactly in those moments, trust in what is coming ahead and do the things even they're really, really small. Even if it's 1 hour a day, if you really feel exhausting, and yeah, it's going and never give up.
I love it. Yes.
And it sounds, like in a book, but it's really it's really about just keep doing with so much uncertainty and fear. And yeah.
I love it. Yes. Yes. Like we don't realize that it's so simple as like, okay, like making the decision of I'm going to keep putting all of myself here, even when results
Yeah.
sometimes take some time, and you don't, and you're not really sure if you if you're doing the right decision.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another question to know a little bit more about Theo. What are some passions you have besides the traveling?
Oof, a lot. Really, I have a focus problem, 100%, because I have so many interests, but one, it's like playing sports and dancing. So I started Greek dancing when I was
Oh,
3 years old, and I did it like for 20 years.
oh wow.
We dance. Yeah, it really, if I see some Greek dance, I'm the one who stands up and the last one who sits down.
I love
So
it.
this also affected me for sure. And sports. So I was playing tennis since I was 5 for almost 15 years, and then I stopped. Really, my 20s were then full of traveling and studying and being everywhere. And somehow sports came shorter. But yeah, doing sports, tennis, soccer, basketball. I started again here in Berlin. Like I found those Flinter
Yeah.
groups, and I'm joining like every week different sports, which I love. And yeah, going to the gym. So a lot of movement, a lot of sports, besides traveling and spending time with my loved ones. I'm a super family person, and this is coming really short on my startup journey. Um, and I know it's gonna be hopefully just a phase. Let's see where you compromise on things. And you have to be okay with what you compromise on
Yeah.
for how long. Yeah, definitely being with my family is also a huge part. Mm.
I love it. I love it. And I don't know if all the Greek dances are the same, honestly, but when I was in Greece, I came to this, like, it was a restaurant, but it was like everyone knew each other there. They started dancing, and it was like a community dance, right?
Mhm.
Like everyone like started to stand up, and they dance in circle. Not, it's like
Mhm.
different from other dances that normally is couples, or like just individual dances. This was like a group or community dance.
Yeah.
I don't know if every Greek dance is the same, but I love that, like, it involved everyone that was
Yeah.
there.
100%. And Greeks love to dance. Really, put music, put. That's how we deal, I think, with life. We dance a lot.
Oh, I love it. Now I need to see a reel of you dancing, showing us how to the
The next
basic
content idea.
the basic steps to dance. Theo, you've been building and growing Velout. I know it's like in an early stage, but still you're putting a lot of yourself in this. And like every journey have two sides, like one with challenges and lessons, sometimes not. And then the other side are the joys, and even feeling proud that I am making this happen. All right, I did this. What is for you so far one lesson and one thing you really feel proud of yourself in this journey?
Wow, that's actually a hard question for somebody who is hard on themselves and still sees a lot of things that needs to be built and needs to get done. And but I'm learning to be, yeah, also more proud of our journey. It doesn't matter the outcome at the end of the day. We have to enjoy the way. And I would say without really with just having this idea in mind to kind of not even convincing. I don't know how I did it, honestly, but getting like my co-founders on board, getting our advisors on board, like getting people feeling my vision, our passion. It really, this is something that I never kind of imagined because I have a huge imposter. Like sometimes it's less, sometimes it's big, but I always feel like I'm not good enough. I need to do more, and this was not enough, and keep pushing myself. But honestly, if you ask me like that, and if I reflect, it was really that in a way I still believed in myself and in the vision, and that we can change our way of building something and connecting people. And yeah, I would say, yeah, bringing people together to work with me on my vision and on my passion. This is definitely because I cannot do it alone. 100% not. Um, and I guess I should, yeah,
I love it.
give me
And
more.
I can, because I was listening to you, and it's like, I don't know, like you are in my head or something, reading my mind, because I feel the same a lot of times, like insecure, but it's not insecure, like, I mean, in my case, and I'm like thinking that it's kind of what you were saying, like you know exactly what you want or your mission, and you know what's the change that you want to see, but putting out there and like choosing the right words to make the other like see themselves in this
Mhm.
mission. And like I I can thought, and I think that a lot of people will be like like reflected in these words and this journey. But you're doing a great job. Like you were sharing the other day with me, like how many people you already are using the app, and you are bringing, just bringing a co-founder that can really see your vision, it's a lot. And I
Mhm.
think like, I don't know, I'm
Yeah,
proud of
it's
you.
and this guy has like a PhD and all and had a secure job, and I was like, how did why are you joining again? Really, it's
Because he
yeah.
believes.
Mm.
I love it. Theo, I know that beyond building Velout, you're also a public speaker at conferences and events. Like I think that the other day that we met, you just came from one, from speaking from
Yeah,
one,
true.
and you also have a podcast, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yes.
And I'm just curious if like everything connects or are different parts of, like your
Mhm.
journey or the things that you enjoy doing.
It's this like really the speaking came I don't know where it appeared because at the beginning, like pitching, I was super afraid. I was super nervous. I fucked it up quite a couple of times.
Mhm.
And I was a super, super shy kid and afraid to get judged and everything. And during this journey, like really entrepreneurship put me always into situations where I'm like, do I get more anxious or do I just get calmer? And I always choose like becoming more calmer and regulating my nerves. Otherwise, really, I think I would have lost my mind. And this is like the speakers. I don't know when was the first one, but it started. When you show yourself up, then people notice you. And I literally had zero network. I built everything that I built like from zero, and I don't have again rich parents in terms of experience, but not in terms of money, and also not in terms of network and everything. Like nobody put a cent in me. Nobody opened the network for me. It was just me doing what I thought would be right and talking to a lot of people and putting myself out there when I was afraid. And some led to another. And now I really enjoy speaking. Like really give me like a mic, put me on stage. It doesn't matter how many people, even if it's one or
I love
10,000.
it.
And it's because I shut down my mind and I just talk what I've been through, what I believe, what um I see my perspective, and I know it's my way, and I don't have a blueprint. I don't want to tell people what to do, not at all, because everybody comes from different angles. And that's the beauty of life, because it's really a life lesson, and what you learn you can always give to other people and maybe inspire one or two, and you don't know how much
Yes.
you're going to touch the other people's lives. And don't be afraid of being judged. People will judge you anyways if you do your thing or if you
Exactly.
don't do your thing. So better do your thing and get judged instead of not doing your thing and get judged. um, and yeah, so it's connected to my startup journey, sharing there what I've been through and my learnings. And the podcast also um started to showing people behind the scenes. So we just wanted to document our journey. And then it turned out to be like, okay, a space also for other founders to share, to show the person behind their journey, to give it like more a face and not only talk about the startup, but also about the humans behind it. And since I'm a curious person, I love asking questions. And that's how I also get inspired by other founders, no matter where on their journey they are. And I
Yeah.
wanted to build like a platform also to share their journey and not only ours. So that's how it's interconnected in a way. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. And do you have like or did you find a specific like something that help you relax when you speak in public that you can just share as an advice for someone
I think
like
putting
me?
yeah putting my putting myself a lot out there. I mean, if you ask my mom, she's like, "Who are you? You're not my kid, my shy kid." I was like, "Mom, honestly, really, it's what helped me is not to have like everything written down. Really, the easiest way that things are coming out of my mouth, it's when I don't think too much and when I just feel inside of me and know that whatever I'm saying, it's my own perspective and my own experience, and yeah, I think in a way really don't and enjoying it, really enjoy that those moments. They're incredible. I mean, 3 years ago, I was at the ITB, the world's biggest travel conference in the world in Berlin, with just my idea and a lot of questions. And 3 years later, they asked me to if I can come on stage, and
That's amazing.
I was like, "What is going on?" And I just enjoyed it. Really, this year is about enjoying the journey, no matter how hard it is, because those moments will never come twice. And being there and standing there, it was just like so feeling like grateful. I think gratefulness is
Yeah.
also something guiding me in my life. Um, and practice a lot in a way that put yourself out there. Do it 5, 10 times, 20 times. It will get better with practice. And in a way, if you can, don't overthink what you're saying.
I
Have
love
like
it.
some points that you want to talk about, and then tell your story in your own words. I practice a lot of public speaking as well, so this helps also, like doing some courses, some trainings.
Yeah,
Um, yeah.
I love it. Yes, I love what you said about enjoying. I think that's also a lesson I'm trying to apply in everything I do because I'm an overthinker and I'm always worried about what comes next. So I guess that's a lesson or something that when 2026 started, it's like, okay, I'm going to focus on enjoying what I'm doing because as you said, like
Yeah.
where you are right now is something that you wish like years ago and you don't realize it because you're just so busy thinking about what's next. And Theo, what's one, or do you remember one, I don't know, what one advice or something that from other founder that stick with you that you say, oh, this is like, I'm going to apply this or I take this with me.
Mm. Honestly, I believe this enjoying part because I didn't.
Mhm.
And at the beginning of the year, you always met founders on different paths and different ways. And one was because I asked him, I was like, "How did you do it, and where do you want to go?" And he was telling me like, if we only look at the end goal, then maybe we'll reach it one day, but maybe not. And what if you reach the goal one day and then you enjoy it only then? And what is next? Then you lose kind of this what to do next, so what has passed, and you're spending so much time on thinking about the end goal, and then you're at the end goal, and then what? And I was having a really interesting talk with him, and that's when I realized, okay, I should enjoy more the journey than the end goal that might come, and maybe might never come. And then it feels like a waste of time, even if it was not. And yeah, and to trust in the unknown, to have a lot of trust in the unknown, and to just do it. Just do a lot of things. Try it out. Nobody knows it better than you. Get some advice, but also don't follow every advice, because nobody like walks in your shoes. And
Yes,
so, yeah. So thanks
I
for
love
that
it.
one.
Love it. Theo, if your life were a book, how would you call this chapter?
This chapter. Oh,
Yeah.
this is not about my startup. It's about my life. So yeah. Um. Wow.
All right.
Definitely, it would be like a telenovela kind of thing. Um, so many different plot and plot twists that I didn't see coming, and so how to call it? Inspiring and crazy path to love. I mean, I don't know why, but love recently is super present with me. And also the definition, how I see it, everything is changing the last 2 months, and it's, yeah, coming up in so many different ways. So I would probably connect it to love, which is so broad and, as you said, complex. But yeah, definitely inspiring and crazy plot twist of love.
Love it. Love it. Perfect
And you can
chapter.
do whatever you want with it.
I love it.
No.
If we go back a little bit to traveling, from all your experiences or the places you've been to, what's one experience or place or something that you hold closest to your heart for any reason that lives rent free in you?
For my traveling, or
Yeah, from your travel experiences, yes. Maybe a place or maybe an experience, a situation, something.
ooh, I'm actually nowadays super no, I'm always nostalgic, but I'm lately super nostalgic that I somehow, I don't know, never thought twice about traveling and took the decision. And then I started traveling in my 20s a lot, which I'm really, really happy and glad about it because a couple of years ago, I went to Mexico for a month in August by myself. And literally, I texted a friend that I met like 5 years ago in Mexico. He gave me his whole apartment in Mexico, in Guadalajara. And he was like, stay here, go to my parents. I'm only gonna do one party every week there, house party. It's okay. And it was so transforming because I met like people that I met 5 years ago and we became so close and it felt like coming back home in a way. And we did so many things every single day. And I flew back to Germany and I was like, no, I have 1 more month semester break. I'm gonna go back. And the moment my mom picked me up from the airport, I told her like, I'm gonna fly back in a couple of days. She was like, don't say weird things again. Like, don't say crazy things. I was like, she doesn't believe me, but I will do it. Literally, I went to the wedding of my cousin here in Germany. And 3 days later, I flew back to Mexico. And this was like really a time that that changed me a lot. Of the definition of friendship and of those. It doesn't matter where we come from. It doesn't matter how long we know each other. We travel together. We experience so many different things, the culture again. And this is something that will stay with me and to continue to reproduce it and on my trips. And yeah, so it's not one specific moment, but more like my whole 20s were really, really present with traveling by myself. And that's
I
something
love
that
it.
sticks. Yeah.
I love it. And Theo, some goals or dreams or what's next for Theo and Velout for this year or in the near future?
Hopefully growing the community in a more fast way, I would say, or like now that we built the network, we grew our user base, that somehow we can elaborate on that and build even greater things and move things further, get more local partnerships. So this is the main focus on this year, and get some awesome investors that understand our vision, that understand our values, and that are also helping us to grow it. Because at the end of the day, we do need money. We do need money in this economy. We do need money in the systems, and money can also help increase impact. So, and we said also already no to one corporate venture, which was not aligned with us. And even though we needed the money, we were like, let's say no for now because we're going to regret it later. So really hope somehow we attract the right investors and can close our very first fundraising round. And yeah, and grow. Again, we don't have to become a $1 billion company. We can become a sustainable company. And this is the next steps that's going to help us to, get closer and closer to our goals.
Love it. And for Theo, your personal.
Learning how to set boundaries. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a huge learning this year, definitely. Learning what do I want to compromise, and with what I'm okay and what I'm not okay with, and using my voice to, tell this also to people and not be a people pleaser. Because at the end of the day, if we try to please everybody, we're gonna be unhappy, and this is not something I want. I don't want to lose my spark again. That just found um found again. So it's learning
Love,
myself even better and sticking to make myself as well
love it.
happy and stand up for myself. Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you, Theo. I love chatting with you. Like, I feel inspired with our conversations, and I see, like, in your words, a lot of myself when you said, share your experiences or how you feel. I see myself so much in your words. So I love sharing these conversations with you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know that you are doing a lot of things, but I appreciate it, like, that you took the time to share all these experiences and how you're growing Velout and your experiences as a traveler. I'm going to be sharing your links so people can connect with you to learn about Velout, or also maybe to just, Theo, I want to travel here. Like, do you have an advice or something? Some encouragements, connections come in different shapes and forms. I'm a firm believer about that. And I'm sure that people, like, I'm going to, I don't know, if the app, I download it in iPhone and
Yes,
everything.
everywhere in all devices.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do that too after our call. uh, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so much,
Valerian.
Theo.
Thank you for your time, for the awesome questions, for making me think and reflect. And yeah,
Love
at the
it.
end of the day, I believe we are all in a way connected and we share so many similarities. And
Yes.
I love that in a way. So thanks for the space and for your time.
Thank you. I'm going to stop